must wait a minute. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I need more time. I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I must wait a minute. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I must wait a minute. wait a moment. I need time to do that. I need time to do that. I'm low on spirit. I'm not ready. I must wait a moment. I'm not ready. I do not have enough spirit. I need more time. I need time to do that. I need more time.
Hey, yo, I've been talking to myself the whole time. I forgot to turn on my mic. That's so funny, bro. I'm sitting here talking and talking and talking. I'm like telling Jay, I was like, Jay, I don't think that you should change from your pulverize. I think a lot of the people who are more popular making builds are wrong about their tier lists. I don't think Shred is going to be the top. I don't think Boulder Blitz or what I would call Boulder Cane is going to be the best build. I think pulverize is insanely good. And there's even a build I was talking about that you could make with pulverize. And I'm sitting here like, now I want to make a pulverized build because you don't have to use Banish Lords in your pulverized setup for gauntlets. And now I'm like, I'm making this build for hardcore, but now I want to make a pulverized build for hardcore. And I'm just sitting here talking to myself the whole time. And I was talking, and I'm good though on Uber Uniques, bro. I don't need any Uber Uniques for my setups. I would like to have a Shaco for this setup, but I don't need one. And I'm just going over stuff in my talk, thinking I'm talking to you guys, and I forgot to turn on the my wave link so that way it would come through. I think you could make Thorns work, but I don't think it would be viable just because you'd have to depend on other things to kill you. Kill itself, basically. So it would be too much time. It would take too much time. You could definitely use it for any in-game content, most likely, but it's not that you would be able to do be successful in like top tier gauntlet levels, ranks. Man, now, but for real, like, just sorry, Jay, about the not. I basically told you an entire build you could make with your pulverized Druid, and you didn't hear a single bit of it. Let me see. Would help kill off stragglers. See, Harry, my thing is I do agree that poisons and stuff will be more viable. Like bleeds, poisons, damage over time effects because it is tier 70. However, I don't think that you should invest heavily in it. Like, yes, it can definitely help kill off stragglers if you can poison them up and get that last little speck of health. But if you're too invested, I don't think it would be worth it because you need to be able to kill things super fast and move away and not have to worry about it not dying. So I would say, like, if you can make a build and you'll clear all of, I would say clear tier 80 content, and you can invest in some poison or some bleed damage or something like that, absolutely do it. Because it will be valuable, maybe for picking off that 1 or 2 enemies that might be left over from a pack. But if it is hitting your damage too hard, I wouldn't invest in it. I can't believe I'm sitting here not even talking. I'm sitting here having a full conversation with myself. Well, yeah, you're going to have to use pets. I mean, you're going to use pets with your pulverize just to buff up the damage with your shepherds and stuff. You would use pets, yeah. I typically will go for 6 or 7 glyph slots. Nothing more than that. I feel like 8 is stretching it a bit too far. And I'll heavily invest in the really important ones. I think 5 is too few, but a lot of people like 5. I think it's just not enough. But the damage isn't like, I would say that the damage isn't significant enough to be like, don't do 5 or you have to do 6 or say, like, at the end of the day, most of the glyphs don't, you know, all the damage is additive anyway, except for a few that actually give you multiplicative damage. So, and all of the nodes are all additive damage, so you can be a little bit more relaxed with your glyphs. Like, that's why I don't go too crazy. I'll slot specific stuff in that I really do like electrocution is a glyph I really love because you get 28% multiplicative damage towards enemies that are hit by your dancing bolts or your lightning bolts. I like that stuff. Or Pack Keeper. Keeper's another good one. 10% multiplicative damage for your non-physical skills. That's really good. Spirit too. Was that 12% multiplicative damage stacking from your crits? So that's really nice. And then for any storm builds, whether it be tornado, whether it be lightning storm, whatever you're going to be using, even shred to a certain degree, because your storm claw aspect actually gets benefit from your thunderstruck node passive. Like, that's really good. You actually get some pretty decent hits off of thunderstruck with stormclaw. Man, now I want to make a stupid pulverized build. I got like problems over here. And it's not a stupid build. I'm just saying I want to make a stupid build. I've already made so many this season, and I just want to make another build. Specifically for Gauntlet. I think I will. Man, I'm going to have to get a whole new build set up before... I might not be able to. I might be able to, I might not be able to.
I need more time.
What I can promise you guys is that if my stuff works as I plan it to, I will definitely release all the builds after the first week. But this build is already up, by the way. So this build is definitely one I'm going to be running in hardcore because it is incredibly fast when I get it built out all the way. And it hits a huge area, does tons of damage. You're going to kill tier 70 stuff like it's made out of paper. You get trample a lot, you get poison creeper proc a lot. You'll be able to kill stuff and move on. I'll be using this build quite a bit. But there's just... There's one other build, I think two other. I think I'm going to make that pulverized setup. Maybe I'll have that one for the second week. I don't even know if it'll function. It's just like in my head now. You don't have to. Matter of fact, you know what's crazy about pulverized is I think a lot of people could really benefit from using the new Bestial Rampage. 50+% multiplicative damage after 2 seconds of being in Werebear. That's absolutely crazy. But I would still probably recommend that most people stick with Ursine Strength if you're not using like Vasili's Prayer or something like that, where you're constantly in Werebear form. Because I just don't think that 50 times multiplicative damage is even necessary. It's just overboard at that point. Like, Pulverize already hits insanely hard. Hitting harder than it already does is kind of pointless. And you'll probably get more just having the higher health out of Ursine Strength and more tankability. And more ease of use of the builds. But that's a crazy amount of multiplicative damage. It just gets a little weird if you're not constantly in Werebear, because you have to stay in Werebear for that 2 seconds for it to proc. And I know a lot of people downplay that 2 seconds, but if you leave at any point in time before it procs, you have to re-proc it, and it's really annoying. And sometimes if you're just trying to move around pretty fast, it can be a bit annoying at first to get it going. Not that it's impossible, it's pretty easy, in fact. It's just a little bit annoying. And I don't know if the added damage is really worth it. I mean, you could probably definitely still use Nature's Fury, but I don't know why you would want to use Nature's Fury. I would probably settle with the Ursine Strength or Bestial Rampage and get a big bonus to your damage for for pulverized setups. Man, I really wish they would increase the mob density in Helltides. I hate the... I mean, it's not too bad once you get everything set up and you're moving really fast, but man, I wish you could just go pack to pack to pack to pack, just blow stuff up and get tons of cinders really fast without having to invest like in a lot of mobility. Maybe some mobility, but not a lot. Yeah, order definitely affects it. So you want obviously you want your most desired rare in magic nodes to be the closer you can to your starter board, and then the further you get out, the more expensive of dex and int it costs, as well as willpower. But typically you don't have to worry about willpower because that's Druid's main stat. But the dex and int start to get really expensive, and it's hard to get those capped out. But if it does become like that, I typically just avoid those rare nodes or those all the way around. Not the magic nodes though. The magic nodes don't cost anything. So like if you have a glyph that gives you some bonus, but then it also buffs up magic nodes, it's fine to put that one on a Paragon board that's pretty far out. But if you have something like Fang and Claw, which is a rare glyph booster, you probably should use that one closer to your starter board. I'll show you my Paragon board in just a second. Come on, pick up the scroll, man. Oh yeah, no problem, brother. So you'll see here like glyphs like this. So let me see, make sure I'm right. Okay, yeah, so glyphs like this that give you a bonus to your rare nodes, it's really good to put them close because the cost of these rare node bonuses are really low, right? So you get a double bonus from that. But as you get further out, you'll see that your dex starts to cost more, your int starts to cost more. 360 is not bad, that's easy to meet, but when you start to get 5 boards and 6 boards, getting glyphs that boost up these nodes is kind of wasted, and getting these nodes in general can feel like a waste if it's not something that's just giving you extra life. So I would always recommend that if you do have a good glyph that you want to use and you're more interested in some of the magic nodes, say it's like max health or something that increases your damage with your skills, go ahead and use something that does magic nodes like Fang and Claw. So magic nodes for Fang and Claw, I wouldn't have to worry about that too much because I'm just going to be going after these magic nodes. But if this was outmatch, I wouldn't want to socket it further out because then I couldn't get the double bonus off of your rare nodes, and therefore I would be kind of gimping my glyph. So it's much easier to do it that way. And not all builds really get a lot out of utilizing those increased bonuses. But there's at least 1 or 2 times you can slot those in. 1 or 2 glyph slots you can always put those in. And the multiplicative damage bonus is really nice anyway. Like Fang and Claw has a really nice one. 12% is pretty decent. And see, for me, I'm a big fan of like going after resistance nodes early, going after like a lot of the different rare nodes that buff up my resistances and stuff, so I can cap them out without having to invest in anything on my armor. So I always usually put constricting tendrils close by on my first like 1 to 4 boards, so I can get the bonuses off of that. Plus, constricting tendrils has a really nice rare node that gives you max health as well, so that's nice. You can also get a decent chunk of damage reduction from stuff like Height and Malice, depending on how your builds function, where you can get a lot of damage reduction from poisoned enemies if you slot in a good glyph there. That gives you a bonus to your rare nodes, or even your magic nodes. So like you could be strategic and like put your Height and Malice board far out, but you could get a nice chunk of damage to poison and damage to distant enemies just by slotting in something like Fang and Claw, which will boost up the magic nodes. It all depends. But at the end of the day, like, as long as you're running a decent amount of the multiplicative damage bonus glyphs, your overall damage shouldn't be too significantly different than anyone else's. As long as you're stacking out stuff correctly. Like, I wouldn't want to run elemental damage on this build because it wouldn't give me anything. So I wouldn't want to run Keeper, for instance, because that's only towards elemental damage. And I do all physical damage. So just be mindful of those things. There are a lot of overlapping glyphs just because it's pretty obvious which glyphs are, you know, some of the better glyphs. So like Outmatch is one you'll see in a lot of different boards because it gives you a big multiplicative damage bonus. And, you know, the increase to your rare nodes is nice. Another one you might see a lot in my builds, depending on which build you're looking at, is Electrocution. Because Electrocution, again, gives a massive amount of multiplicative damage towards enemies that are hit by your Dancing Bolts and your Lightning Bolts. And it gives like 20 times multiplicative damage, which is bigger than any other node that exists. And plus the added damage towards your Lightning Bolts and your Dancing Bolts actually scales really well. So you're hitting quite a bit of damage just off of that. But yeah, typically there are a lot of overlapping nodes. Like Werewolf, Werebear, those are decent. They don't scale as well as some of the other additive damage nodes, but they do give you that 10% damage reduction. And I like to make a lot of my builds at least relatively tanky, so that way people, if they use them, they don't have a hard time getting through content. They don't die a lot. But there's, I mean, honestly, and then there are just some that are glaringly obvious that they're incredibly terrible, and there's really no point in using them. And then there are certain boards that you want to look at because they're much more friendly in terms of getting like the 25 intelligence you need or the 25 dexterity you need to unlock the added bonus for your glyphs. So do be aware of that. Like a lot of times you'll see me like with boards, like for instance, let's use Height and Malice for an example. I can't show it to you until I get to the next node to unlock it, the next gate. But Height and Malice is a great board for dexterity. Tons of dexterity nodes on the Height and Malice board, so if you need to slot something in, or you're using a storm skill based build like tornadoes or lightning storm, you'll get a ton of damage off of that because you can get a bunch of dex nodes that will bump up your territorial glyph, and then that will also add to your multiplier from Thunderstruck. So there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. Another really great board is Inner Beast, I believe, is a really good board for intelligence. Like if you're using Guzzler. Guzzler scales probably one of your better additive damage scaling glyphs. And you can get a lot of intelligence nodes off of that board relatively easy without much point investment. Also, Lust for Carnage is a good end board as well. Lust for Carnage is really good. Earth and Devastation is a good willpower board if you're not looking to pick up any rare nodes. It has a lot of willpower nodes that surround it without the need to pick up any rare nodes. Which isn't common for you to have to do because, you know, obviously it would just be better for you to pick up the rare nodes to unlock an additional bonus for willpower glyph. But there are times where I've been like, I'd really like to slot in this glyph. It costs willpower, but I don't, you know, I need a board that allows me to not pick up any rare nodes because it would be a waste for the build. Yeah, sure, I'd look at it. I'd give it a look over for you. See what I think about it. Let's go ahead and finish going this way.
It is done. Not while I'm in.
Now, but what are you wanting to use it for? That's the other question. Like, what do you want to use it for? Because that will determine whether or not I would find that you need to remove it for, like, remove any specific thing. Because if you're trying to run like high tier content, it's completely different than if you're trying to run the Gauntlet in most circumstances. Not in all circumstances, though. Man, I had such an amazing helmet on my other build that passed before the time was right. It freaking kills me every time. A NATO, where NATO build? Let me extract all these. Yeah, so where NATO is really, it's pretty close to Lightning Storm. There's just a few glyphs you could probably swap out to make it better. It's really just glyph swapping, but it follows relatively the same pathways. It obviously does physical damage, so that's why you take out some of the other glyphs and opt for other better glyphs for physical damage. Oh yeah, it would be pretty cool. I wish there were a lot of different elemental differences between like the skills. I wish you could do like a fire tornado, like a firestorm tornado. That'd be pretty cool. And then let's go ahead and grab this obelisk. Did I get Tempest finally? I think I did. I didn't see it. That's actually something I really liked about Diablo Immortal, is that there was a lot of different skills that would mix together to create something different. So like you could get firestorm tornadoes off of using like tornadoes with a fire skill while you were a barbarian. It was actually really cool. You could also like work with other people to kind of do different combinations with your skills. I know a lot of people couldn't stand the mobile game and everything, but the truth is there's a lot of really cool systems that they had in that game.
I need more time.
A lot of cool combat systems too. A lot of way the game worked, how they functioned in a group, stuff like that. I haven't really, like I said, I haven't gotten too far with my last epoch. I've gotten close to level 50 with my Druid. But I just haven't had time.
I need more time. I need time.
Oh, on our trailer. Give me the helmet, man. I think I also would like to get the tuning stones, but I don't think they're necessary. Okay, we're good here. Let's go ahead and do a couple dungeons. See, max life at a low value. The rest is terrible. I was hoping it would be something decent. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? We have two pretty good dungeons. Lightning Storm, though. We'll do Champion's Demise, and then we'll probably craft a sigil. Just because I can definitely do over 21s. I just like to do Champion's Demise because of the mob density. It's a nice dungeon for XP. Although these little electricity guys are annoying. The shamans, they're pretty annoying. Plus, I like to get the beast bone, even though it doesn't give a ton of beast bone in here. I would have done the Alderwood one, but that one's Lightning Storm. I really don't feel like doing Lightning Storm regardless of what level it is. Can't stand Lightning Storm. You see how this build just kind of casually mows down an entire pack of enemies? That's the kind of builds that I think are going to be very good for the Gauntlet. It just casually mows down a whole group of enemies. It doesn't need to be like, it doesn't target anything specifically. You can continue to move on. Builds that can do that are going to be really successful. I think the issue with Border and Shred, Border Cane and pure Shred build is that you're reliant on a very small area of attack. Like Border is relatively small compared to a lot of the other skills, as well as Shred. You can still hit quite a few enemies, but you're going to have to bounce around a few times to kill everything. And I think if you use something with a little bit bigger attack radius, you're going to see a lot more total points by the time you finish out your runs. I could be completely wrong, though. Could be absolutely wrong. There is no definitive answer until there's a definitive answer. But now I want to make a pulverized build. I need someone to power level me. I need someone to power level a second hardcore character, so I don't have to go through that whole process of doing it. That's what I need. Or a couple sleepless nights and just grind it like crazy. Man, I cannot wait to get everything set up for this. Getting a level 15 shapeshifter glyph is so important. Well, yeah, Tornado kills bosses pretty quick. It kills mobs, but it can be a little bit kind of finicky because the tornadoes can move pretty slow. Sometimes they act like they have no idea what they're doing. Even when you use the Storm Chasers aspect, they just kind of don't go after enemies as aggressively as they should. I wish they would tune up the tornado to be faster to move towards enemies, and then just to kind of like hover over enemies for a little bit longer instead of passing through them. I think that would be really nice. Just to kind of hover for at least a second before it just whips through them and goes on to the next enemy. Just so that way it kills the enemy. They usually do, but you have to cast a ton of them. And while you're casting, you're standing still. When you're standing still, you're not dealing damage, or you're not moving to the next area that you should be moving to. But also remember that there will be regular shrines in the Gauntlet as well, so you shouldn't have to just purely rely on your overall power for your character. You're gonna have movement speed from those shrines. If the shrines are really good, you're gonna be using those. I don't think they should put regular shrines in them though. I feel like that's a bit silly. Everything else is cool, but the regular shrines just feel a bit silly to me. Come on. Let's go, werewolf. I think I'll go to like, see if I can do like a close to a 30 or something like that. Should be able to with all of my resistances set up now. I'm pretty close to capping my resists already. That's another reason why I like this build so much, is you don't have to worry about suppressor enemies. You just kind of, all of your stuff goes to suppressor dome. I feel like if there's a lot of suppressor enemies in there, it's going to be annoying. Get him, wolves. You seen that? My wolves actually killed that guy. And that's it. That's the key, is like not having to go back. Not having to kind of stop, go back, readjust. Just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And kill everything. Not just some things, but everything. But the good thing is that you'll have an infinite amount of opportunity to basically run this until the until it's over, until it resets. So you can run it as much as you want, and you can theorize the best pathway through things and figure out what works for you. So even if you have a bad run, it's not too big of a deal, because you just jump right back in and keep rolling. Landslide. What do I have? Barely any crit here. That's fine. I'll just equip these. I have barely any crit on that. Doesn't even matter. That's a really good helmet. I could probably roll off that lucky hit while you have a barrier, because I don't have a barrier. Do I have a barrier? Will I have a barrier? I might have a barrier. I can't remember. I think I have a barrier. That actually might be good. Has a good armor roll, has willpower. I might just roll off that max spirit. I think I have a barrier on the setup. I wish the item power was a little higher, though. I think getting armor on most of my gear pieces is really important too, because I don't want to run Juggernaut. So Crushing Earth, Sacred Gear, then we'll go ahead and take that off. We can use that aspect. Sounds good, brother. Let me see if I can't roll. I don't really have any storm skills. No. Give me shred. Or, yeah, give me shred. Come on, give me shred. And why is this thing not wanting to give me shred? I'm not rolling anymore, that's for sure. I'll take the crit chance. My God. Do I have... No, I have some in my chest, so... Let me see if I have one that I can actually use, though. Oh, we'll use the 72. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and roll this helmet to see if I can get just something different off of the, get rid of that max spirit. Do I need cooldown for anything? Not really. No. I guess I could get some use out of cooldown. Look at these terrible cooldown rolls, though. There's max spirit again. Okay, whatever. And then what did I have on here? You gotta love the RNG, guys. You gotta love the RNG. I'm not even gonna keep those. I'm just hard-headed, I guess. We'll just throw 5 in there. We got plenty of lost souls. And forgotten souls. And we'll move on to another dungeon. Let's do it. Although I do need to kill the Galvanic Saint. I'm getting far too many living still. I don't like to kill so many in a row. I'd rather not have to do like 10, 11, 12 runs. Hey, what's up, Tom? Hey, how's the build going, brother? How's it going? I was excited to hear from you. Don't share the fine details. Keep them a secret. But how's it going? Let's just do, let's craft a couple of these. To do rerolls? Nice. Awesome. Awesome. How's the damage scaling? You whipping through stuff even faster? I was talking about it. I was talking about the build. Nothing, but my mic was off, and I didn't even realize it. I was like, we're gonna have a whirlwind barb at the top of the boards, I think. Where did I just whew, yeah, you're gonna be rolling through. How's the bossing? I bet the bossing is easy now. I bet bossing is like super chill. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. All right, let's go. Well, that's good. 10 to 15. I think it's going to be really smart to maybe bypass the boss, or if there's more than one, and then drag the enemies to it on your way back around. And then kill everything in like a pack. Or just stand there for a second and kill the boss. But then again, I would, it depends on the reward. Like, if the reward's good enough to actually spend the time on the boss. Same thing with the chest. Like, if the point total that it gives you is actually worth opening the chest, if you have to go out of your way, sacrifice time, or if it would just be better to just kill stuff. So for C-Lig, I think, you could honestly run a lot of things with C-Lig as long as you don't need that aspect slot. I think you could do a pulverized setup with C-Lig just because you actually don't need the overpower damage or the guaranteed overpower. I wouldn't think you would need it. But like Druid, pulverized does so much damage already that you could probably opt to remove that and then slot in a C-Lig, and you'd have extra tankiness if you wanted it. Depending on how well the buffs towards the basic skills are, a Stormclaw setup might be really good for, I don't know, actually, never mind. You need way too many aspect slots for Stormclaw to use C-Lig. See, the overall problem with the C-Lig amulet is that, I really love the amulet, by the way, and the changes they made with the movement speed they put on it. But there's not enough aspect slots. I feel like you need all of your aspect slots most of the time, and I think on a pulverized setup you could swap out Banished Lord, and you'd be perfectly fine. You have a big chunk of damage to healthy enemies. You get that nice roll on movement speed, so you don't have to invest so much into movement speed on your other item pieces, and it would fit right in pretty well. And I don't think you would be starved for Spirit, because you're not really going to be taking damage anyway, so. But I think ultimately, though, if I can be honest, what C-Lig has to offer isn't really required for the Gauntlet. Like the tankiness about it, like giving you extra tankiness based on your spirit generation pool and everything, it's not really necessary. I don't think you're going to need the tankiness at all. You're going to blow through the monsters so fast that taking damage is... You might die, I would say, maybe once out of every 100 runs, maybe. After you get everything situated the way and you understand what pathways to run for the most, for maximal efficiency, I don't think you'll have an issue where you would need a C-Lig. You could probably just swap your amulet for some basic amulet and pick up an aspect. And I really would love to get a Zenith ring that I could equip right now. Makes me so sad the helmet I had on that build that died. That was such a good helmet. It was such a good helmet. I've actually started to think about a pulverized setup myself, but I'm not sure. I really want to make it, but I don't know if I have time to make it. I have like 2 different setups so far, and I'm pretty happy with how they function. I just wonder if there's like a maximum point total you could probably reach overall with the with how fast the enemies respawn inside of the gauntlet. Like, that's going to be the big question that I have. Like, if enemy respawn rates are so slow that by the time you get back around after killing all the enemies, it takes another few seconds for everything to respawn, then I feel like we're going to have basically a bunch of people with a very similar score or the same score all at the top of the leaderboard, and it's kind of going to be kind of weird. I hope they respawn the enemies pretty fast, but I don't know because they have shrines apparently that respawn enemies. So. And with that dev stream, they were moving so slow, killing things so slow. I was like, that is definitely not going to be a reflection of how the vaults actually function. People are killing things incredibly fast, moving incredibly fast through tier 70 content. Like, you're going to be deleting entire screens of enemies. I don't know what they were doing. Yeah, bro, I'm just saying, like, you're gonna... I honestly, like, it just makes me wonder if there's gonna be a cap. Because imagine you get flying around everything, right? You're flying around, killing everything, doing everything, then you come back, and it's not respawned. Like, you hit all your shrines, you reset everything within the allotted time, but it's not respawned yet, and you're kind of still sitting there waiting. It's definitely going to be an interesting scenario. Hey, what's up, Kettle? Yeah, there wasn't... See, that's my thing. It's like, if the shrines are... You're going to have... I'm telling you, I'm already expecting, like, day 1 or 2 patch. They need to, like, hot fix it. Enemies need to respawn. There needs to be, like, a consistent uptime on the enemies. Because... just seeing how, if that's the dungeon we get, just seeing the layout and how small of a dungeon it was, it's just, it's not going to take much to hit like a max score, and then everybody's just going to be stuck at the max score. Unless there's a time component, maybe then there'd be... If it's like you're stuck at the max score, but whoever got it the fastest wins... That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that so much. I think I will make a build for Pulverize on hardcore. Let's see, 27. Got extra shrines here. I don't like armor breakers though. Not a big fan of anything armor breaker. Oh yeah, day 1, bro. I already expected Kettle. I already expected someone is going to break the gauntlet day 1 too. I highly doubt we will go, and it will depend on if they actually share it with people. I wouldn't doubt it if someone, like I said earlier, like if Rob finds out, well, we don't have to worry because Rob will tell everybody. But if Rob doesn't know about it, it's not, you know, we're gonna have to deal with somebody doing some shenanigans. Let's go ahead and run the Helltide real fast. Actually, I think I'll do the dungeon. I don't want to waste this potion on Helltide. Really don't want to waste these on Helltides if I don't have to. I wonder... You know what I want to try out real fast? I want to try out. Okay. Give me a second. As soon as I make it through this, I'm going to try something out real fast. I think that you should probably not run Melted Heart. You should probably, in my opinion, I would use a two-hand axe just for the damage to healthy enemies. I think you would get more out of that, but if you do run something different, go with the two-hand staff just because you want to bump up your Earth and Devastation node. But, either three would be fine, honestly, but I would probably stick between two-hand axe or two-hand staff. I think it's fine to look for the overpower, but I don't think it's going to be necessary to look for the overpower. Let me see something real quick. I want to see how well Pulverize scales. So if I do this, take this. If I was to take out... If I do that... I don't think you need that point. This one's good. And then you were to take out... I just want to use that real fast. what we have. Bulwark, I would take out Bulwark. Keep Trample. Keep Shred. And then I would go ahead and do something like this. I think this is how it would look. If I was to build out a pulverized build, it would be like this. And you would basically just use Shred to kind of move between packs. Pulverize the pack. Pulverize the pack. And that's how I would do it. And then I would probably have Shockwave on my Amulet or something like that. Shepherd's on my Shepherd's on my I don't know, maybe Shepherd's on the Amulet. Yeah, I'd probably do something like Shred in, Trample, keep Landslide leveled up, maybe put 1 point in Landslide. Keep Shred leveled up so that way you get Landslide procs all the time. Use Quick Shift and just pulverize. So you basically jump in, pulverize, jump in, pulverize, trample when you need to trample, pulverize. You get the point. So you're just jumping in and pulverizing. This is actually the build I was thinking about in my head. And I honestly think it would be pretty insane. So you just jump in, and you wouldn't use Nature's Fury. You would use Ursine Strength or Bestial Rampage. And you would probably go ahead and use a 2-hand axe. And on your 2-hand axe, put Shepherd. On your necklace, put the Shockwave attack. And then that's how you would run it. I'll probably build it out and see what I think about it. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Where did I take points from? Do that. I actually think I need to take that from there. Put that here. Take that from there. Put that here. So gap close with Shred. If you're landsliding, I would say gap close with Shred. I'm not landsliding. Pulverizing. Gap close with Shred, and then just hit pulverize. Gap slow, and you just keep that process up. You just keep repeating that over and over again. And I probably would say that'd be most likely the fastest build you could make for. Probably even faster than the stuff that I have that I want to run. But it's probably the fastest build you could make for the Gauntlet, depending on how hard you can get Shred. I mean, pulverize to hit. Keep your ranks up and Shred, so you get that 1-hit kill. Keep the and you would want to use you'd obviously want to use the Zenith Ring so you can constantly spam trample to help with your movement speed. You would go ahead and use movement speed on your amulet. Then you would also get like movement speed after killing an elite on your boots and possibly your amulet as well. That way you move at max movement speed pretty much the whole time. It's kind of interesting. Now I kind of want to make it. Now I kind of want to make it. And then you obviously get ranks to, on your gloves, you'd get like critical strike chance, ranks to pulverize, ranks to shred. That way you could keep your shred nice and juiced up. Then you could go crit chance or overpowered damage. No, I wouldn't go overpowered damage. I'd be like looking to pump up damage in a different way from overpower. That way you're not reliant on overpower to kill enemies. 160. Hey, Tempest Roar. I can keep this. Damage. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll toss that in the chest. I might actually use that for something. I'll extract that. Get rid of that.
Not while I'm in town.
Let's do a 20. Do I have anything higher? I have a Gal Ruins. That's the one I want to run the most. Pulverize won't get any use out of that board. I don't think it should use it. It'd be kind of weird. There's so many skills that work close and distant. Like, I think storm skills are fine. Pulverize is, you know, you get the more out of Earth and Devastation. Get those crits, get that crit damage. I feel like I can go higher. I feel like I can do like 30 plus. Start getting some better weapons. I should need to be able to do a 70. Once I hit a 70, then I can start getting 925 stuff. And hopefully I get a decent weapon in total. Man, I really want to try out the pulverized build now. So it's just like stuck in my head. I feel like I need to get it out, get it into a build. I just don't have another character. I would if I hadn't have died. Wouldn't be spending any time doing this at all, other than leveling another character. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to worry about being slow. That's the thing. It's like pulverize doesn't need to worry about. If you can also get quite a few damage You can get damage roll, not damage rolls, but movement rolls after you kill an elite. So the fact that everything's tier 70 content, like I said, makes it where Banished Lords is pretty much not necessary for the builds. You can run all kinds of different setups now, and that's going to make, I think, I just think that the overall, like, people saying that border shred is going to be the thing, or a shred build in general is going to be the top, like a pure shred build, I don't think so. I honestly don't. I think people are kind of stuck in a way, like in the meta, and not really thinking outside of the current meta of the game. Even though I really don't think there is a meta for the game. Everything kills everything so fast. The meta is just don't use a build that doesn't work, which there isn't very many. Yeah, I don't really feel like damage matters. I feel like a lot of the damage that people are, it's just vanity damage. It's not really necessary. The only thing I hate about all this is not being able to see the stuff on the ground, like, early on, because you can't kill stuff, like, super fast. Like, not being able to see all the little ice explosions on the ground, or all the puddles of damage. That's kind of annoying. That's why I typically don't even try to kill all the stuff at the very start. Dang, I got another unique. That's nice. Paingorger gauntlets. Okay, 180x. I don't think I'll be using that, but I have them now. That's a perfect roll on the seismic shift there. I'll keep it. Shred +3. Look at that. +3 to landslide. +2 to tornadoes. +2 to lightning storm. +3 to shred. Ha! That's funny. I just use all of my core skills at once. Actually, I think I'll keep these. Let's see if I can roll those gloves real quick. Let's extract that off the amulet. Lightning critical strike damage. Alright, let's do look for shred. Can we get +3? Of course we can't. But we can +3 with landslide. How about that? No, we'll keep that though. Which, Yo, did I hit... No, I did not want to swap that out. I thought I hit to not enchant. You sons of bees. Did I just move too slow, too fast? Come on now. That was not on purpose. And then now I'm never going to get another shred. Oh my god, come on. That's absolute trash, yo. Oh man, I can't stand that. I cannot stand this system. This is the one system I cannot stand. Like, of all the things in the game, that is the one thing I just absolutely unequivocally hate with a passion. Is this stupid affix system they have. It's just so insanely bad. I just wasted all that gold, and now I'm just gonna just scrap it. I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't mean to swap out that. I wanted to keep it. Holy Jesus. See you later, brother. Yeah, try out what I was just saying, man. Try out what I was just showing you. I'm telling you, it'll probably work perfectly. It's gonna work amazingly. I already know the wheels are spinning. I can't stand that stuff, Kettle, man. I get so insanely tired of the constant, like, RNG with just trying to get a simple set of one affix on your gear piece. It's just so bad. Like, it's just so glaringly obviously bad. They should have fixed that forever ago. Like, even if they couldn't fix the entire system outright right away, they should just have added like 2 more affix rolls that you could see every time you roll an item. Like 2 more, and honestly it'd probably be perfect. But just having two of them, and there's so many affixes, it just makes me want to lose my mind. I don't even want to I want to wait till I get like the most insane piece of gear before I even try to roll something. It's just crazy. It's just such a bad system.
I must wait a moment.
I don't even know how that managed to squeak by. But we do have a PTR server, so I'm sure they changed it on the PTR server. Undoubtedly. I imagine the PTR is going to be a breath of fresh air for a lot of the little annoyances that exist. Yeah, exactly. You just don't even want to use it, and it goes up. The gold cost goes up so fast, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it just scales so insanely fast. That's why I'm always like shocked that like a greed shrine that they give you, or anything that they give you outside of Tree of Whispers, gives you barely any gold. Like Tree of Whispers, good. You know, you get a decent chunk of gold out of doing it. It feels kind of rewarding when you turn those in. Everything else doesn't feel good. You get a greed shrine, it doesn't give you hardly any money. You hit a resplendent chest, barely any gold out of that. You kill a treasure goblin, he doesn't give you any treasure. He's broke. The treasure goblin feels like, you know, the treasure goblin feels like someone that was maybe born in another time before, like, a lot of inflation occurred, and they think, like, giving you a quarter is a solid tip. Like, that's what the treasure goblin feels like. It's like, that's how everything in the game feels. Like, it feels like they were stuck in a time before things were expensive. When you could buy a house working at your local grocery store, you know, and you were the sole breadwinner in your home. Yeah, see, I don't even like I don't even like to say it's not as bad as it used to be because it's still really bad. It's like you know, you either cut your leg off or it's barely hanging on by a thread. Which one's worse? Well, they're, you know, technically your leg's completely removed, and that's pretty bad, but also the other one, your leg is basically completely removed, but it's still hanging on by a skin flap, you know? It's like, I don't want... That's a bit extreme, but I'm just saying, it's not good. It's not good. Bro, I told you, Tom. Man, listen, Tom, I told you. None of these guys know what they're talking about. They've been too busy snapshotting and bug abusing, and I'm not. Now, let me not be crazy. They're good at the game. They're not really thinking about. They're so used to chasing numbers, chasing damage, snapshots, and this and that, and all this other stuff. And it's like they're saying certain things are in this tier, that tier, only because those are the builds that they've made. Those are the things they told people would be the best. That's the meta that they've established, and they can't think outside of it. But the truth is it's not. Like, it's just not that thing. Like, and it could be, I'm not saying they're wrong, like I could be completely wrong and they could be completely right, but the idea that they're able to place certain things in certain areas based upon the current, you know, overpowered damage meta that exists, it's absolutely absurd. This isn't about getting 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion damage. It's about speed and efficiency. And I was like, Whirlwind is incredibly efficient, has a lot of speed there, and it can kill enemies quite fast because Barb kills everything quite fast. And there's a lot of things about it that would be really good inside the Gauntlet, that where, you know, a pure charge build or a hooded charge build would be far behind in terms of how fast and efficiently you can clear things. Just like I don't think that Boulder Shred is going to be the top tier, or that a pure Shred build is going to be the top tier. They're just not thinking outside of the box. It's like whatever they made, whatever builds they said were the best builds are the best builds. That's it. Like, it's like, okay, but that's... I mean, it is what it is. I would not tell you to play any one of the builds that I currently have out right now and say, like, those are the builds you should play for the Gauntlet. I wouldn't do that, because I don't think that's true. Now, I do think the builds that I currently do have ready for the Gauntlet, that I'm preparing for the Gauntlet, maybe this build I would say that with, yeah. But no, not at all. I wouldn't think that those would be the best builds. But we will find out. We will find out. That's the beauty about it. That's exactly what I was saying, Tom. That's why I was saying, like, it doesn't... Now, I don't play Barbarian. I don't play Barbarian, but I watch Barbarians all the time, and I see Charge. I see how Charge functions. I used Charge in Season 2 when I was doing my Renown grind for Softcore, and I was like, there's a small time frame in Charge where you're kind of sitting still. There's moments in time where you're not actually able to, you know, do something, or that slows you down. And, hold on. Harry's sending something to me. And, it just makes it where, there are other, you know, there are just other things, I feel like. There are other things that are going to be really good. Other things. But like I said, as the week progresses, they're going to have massive changes to their builds. People are going to come in and tell them, like, hey, this works really good, that works really good. You know, and by the time, you know, we get to the end of the week and Gauntlet's going to reset, there's going to be a completely different, I would say, a completely different meta for the Gauntlet that's been established. Far different than what people are currently saying it is. Yeah, the change was a great idea. I don't know. Harry, you're linking that. I don't.
I cannot do that here.
You wanna send it to me in some other way? I don't know. Like maybe I can't really look at it right now. I'll look at it when I get off stream and I'll tell you what I think about it. Basic attack.
I must wait a moment.
Yeah, having chains on there is a really good idea. It's gonna make grouping everything together really easily. Betrayer's Row is pretty good. Let's do that. Did I do this Helltide yet? No, I did not do this Helltide yet. Let's go do this Helltide.
I cannot do that here.
I have 14 minutes. Come on, man. Might as well just do some dungeons. Wait for the next one. Okay. Yeah, vulnerability is a big one, but honestly, you could probably use a glyph if you have a glyph that can apply vulnerability, even for a few seconds. If you have some kind of glyph or whatever, even if it's not the best glyph, that can apply vulnerability for just like a few seconds. So probably best to go with that.
I'm not ready yet.
Can't believe I... Oh, yeah, man. Okay. Alright. And honestly, I don't even think having vulnerability is even necessary. I think people overhype vulnerability sometimes too. Like back before they nerfed it, you definitely needed vulnerable on your builds, but now I feel like vulnerable isn't necessarily that big of a deal. As long as you make up the damage somewhere else, it's like okay, you can go without it. And typically you can, because damage seems like the easiest thing to get.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, as long as I can click, it's a clickable link, like in Battle.net or something, I'll be able to look at it. I'll check it real fast. Oh, you know what's funny? I never put a Elixir of Death Evasion on. So I was going to do the... There we go.
I must wait.
I feel like you have to run these in hardcore, these dungeons, just so you can get elixir crafting materials. Unfortunately. Gotta love the Animus carriers, boys. Gotta love the Animus carriers. Kill all of these things. Kill all of those things. I definitely miss Season 2 dungeon selection. You could do those so fast. Get out of here. Yeah, you're gonna need some kind of damage reduction. Yeah, you'll need some kind of damage reduction just to make the just to make things more consistent. But overall, you should be able to avoid a lot of tankiness on all of your stuff. Shouldn't be necessary. Just need to kill Duriel a couple times. See, 30 Caldean. Of course, it would have to be Death Pulse. I'll jump up to like a 35-ish. 30 to 35, I think would be good. Nobody wants to do Death Pulse. It's crazy how few sigil powder you get for destroying multiple sigils. I wish you got more. Blood Blister melee defenders. Nice. Oh, I really don't want to do ink. 2 ink, 1 of them Death Pulse. Do it one more time. Let's see. Copper? No, come on. Man, I don't want to do...
Let me help.
I'm not doing Storm Wrath either. Storm Wrath. Okay, that's better. 34. I guess that's better because it says stone. Armor Breakers, though, I'm not doing that. Not doing Armor Breakers. I'm not doing... Armor Breakers again, but at least it's 31. Deathful. Jesus Christ, man. How am I getting this kind of luck on these? I'll do this, even though I don't want to do ink. At least it's better than, Yeah, I mean, Jesus, it's just a sigil, man. It shouldn't be like that. Just want to run the dungeon. Some of the modifiers are just, just so bad. I don't like to do them. It puts you at such a high risk for the same level of reward. It's like I'm not trying to kill myself for the same thing. Like maybe if it was more rewarding, like you got like twice the glyph XP for doing a lightning storm than for doing you know, something that clearly, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like immediately getting CC'd up inside of these stupid dungeons by a rando mob using the vast amount of crowd control that they do. I don't think I ever really, you know, outside of just those silly, overly tuned constructs, I don't really think I find myself too worried about dying unless it's chain CCs or even just one insanely long crowd control effect.
I must wait a moment.
And that's been like that since pretty much the launch of the game. Crowd control is just really strong. Or what they call control impairing effects. Oh great. The son of Malthus. Just stay away from that guy. Pass him right on up. No interest in fighting that guy whatsoever. Someone selling power level. This guy's just stuck in the corner. Already done capstone. My man said, I'll take that. Level me up, please. Get me out of here. I wonder where this son of Malthus was. Probably way on back there. Oh, there's the butcher. Hey, butcher, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? You know, you ran into a wall. I'm sorry there, good buddy. Looks like I'm getting away. Wait till I get all my items, monsters. You guys just wait. This game really tried to kill me just now. They're like, we're gonna throw the butcher in there. We're gonna throw the son of Malphus. We're gonna make sure it's a vault of ink. It's gonna be armor breakers. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get him good, guys. We're gonna make sure he really dies.
I'm not ready.
Let's go back into my protective bubble. Get out of here. I'll keep these. You think I can? You think I can get plus 3 ranks to shred on those? Let's go ahead and gamble. Let's gamble. Let's go. Let's do the lightning critical strike damage. There's no way they can deny me. I mean, how many times have I rolled without seeing a shred roll on the other ones? There's no way they can deny me. No possible way. I don't believe it. There it is. It's +2, I'll take it. I don't care. Get out of here. I don't want to do it again. So if I did that, and I use Vasili's Prayer. I think I have a Vasili's in here. Do I not? Oh my god, I don't have one. It's crazy. But I do have a Mad Wolf and a Tempest Roar. How about it? So if I use that, if I use Vasili's Prayer, if I use Insatiable Fury, get more ranks there. Go Pure Werebear. And then I should be good on the armor. I have an idea, guys. I have a really good idea. I have an idea. Oh, these are actually better. 925 too. And I got crit and lucky hit. I'll probably get rid of the lucky hit though. I don't really need any lucky hit. I'll go for pulverize there. And movement speed, I'll go for after spirit cost reduction is good, I'll pick up movement speed after killing an elite on the boots. And we'll go ahead and throw these gloves in here just in case. The wheels are spinning. Attack speed crit. No. I have plans. I have a plan. I just need so many things to happen for that plan to work. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I think I will just stick it out with this setup until I get everything I want for the other setup.
Not while I'm in town. It is done.
It's really annoying trying to kill Varshan right now. I could go kill Galvanic Saint though. What level is Galvanic Saint? I think I could easily kill the Saint. Maybe I can get a ring. It would really help speed things up if I could get a decent ring. Let's go do this real fast.
Not while I'm in town. I need more time. I need time to do that. I need time to do that.
I feel like I want to do those drill rotations, but I don't really want to chance getting deleted by stupid old Burial. Although they probably have a quota bar for just smacking things. Turn these in. Oh, nice. Can I just get out of here? Here, I'm just gonna hit the brazier one more time since this game doesn't want me to leave. This guy looked like he was lurking, so might as well give him a free Ignis core. Okay. Now let me go turn it in.
Not while I'm in town. It is done.
Let's go. I don't think I should have went gauntlets. I should have went chest plates. Give me a mulligan heart. Or not. And then once we're done with this, we'll go try to do the Saint real fast. I think we'll be good on the Saint. I don't think I'll have any issue. The only reason why Varshan is so annoying is because he's up in the air and he has such a small hitbox. It makes landslide, for some reason, freak out and not actually hit enemies when you use subterranean or trample. I don't know why that is. It's so weird. Probably just an oversight. Oh, someone else is it. How far away is it? All the way over there. We'll make the trip.
I'm not ready
Look at the bounce. That's so cool. Like, Fire Sork is so cool. If I was to play Sork, it would definitely be that. That snake animation is the best animation in the game, in my opinion. That big flaming snake wrapping around the target. So good. We need more skills that look like that. It's such a cool looking skill. Alright. Let's go do some galvanic sync. I have quite a few living still, so we should be able to get the items I need out of there. I'm going to try a couple of different setups. Although I still would need like 925 gear, so I'll probably end up running like tier 80s like crazy at some point in time. Golly, man, it's always like there's something attacking you. Alright, let's hurry up and get over there. Try to get some werebear gear. I have to go back and do Varshan to get Vasili's prayer.
I need time to do that.
What am I doing? Where am I going, man? Come on now.
Must wait a moment.
Follow the line on your map. We're almost level 80, and then the fun begins. That's when you get to level 100. Feels like the 80 to 100 is much easier than 70 to 80. Getting that gear you need. What level is Saint? Isn't it 75 or 80? I think it's 75. Yeah, that's right. Just need a pair of T-bows or something like that. Come on, do your thing, Tim. You see, this is what I'm talking about? You see how the stupid Seneschal isn't even doing anything? It's like not really giving me much of anything. Probably end up having to pour it out of here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a just to make sure that's not the one running out. Man, the vampiric powers in season 2 make this fight so fast even at this level. Or wearing her down, or him down, or whatever the thing is. Oh, I can't even go through there. Oh no! There we go. I got enough for shred. I'll definitely not come. I'm not gonna do this until I have all my stuff set up. It's taking too long. See all the different mechanics though with the boss? Wouldn't it be nice if you actually had to do this though? Like actually have to engage with these little things that it does. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. There we go. And it's a pretty decent one. Let's see. Yeah, we got a pretty good chest out of there. That's pretty good. Now we just need a Vasily sprayer, which I usually get an abundance of. Repulverize, we'll keep that. Reshred, we'll keep it. Have some attack speed. And we'll rip those off. Alright. And it's got 2 sockets, that makes it even better. And we'll have tons of armor as well. Some damage reduction, let's go. Yeah, looks good. Looks really good, actually. Look at all that werebear armor. Just go crazy. 65.3% total armor while in werebear form. That's insane. Insane. That's so much armor. I can go ahead and equip it. I would just need a Vasily's prayer.
My skill is unmatched.
Not while I'm in town.
Such poor equipment. Let me help.
I wonder what I should have shepherds. If I could run shepherds on the weapon, run Overeyes here, get rid of Poison Creeper Landslide, keep Landslide, keep Aftershock, keep Aftershock and Trample Slide. Okay, I think I'm gonna try it out. Why not just try it out, right? Let's give it a good old college try. Do I have any low tier? I probably don't, honestly. I do there. I can't stand that these turn your weapon into, let me just imprint this here. Do I have any here? I don't. Let's go ahead and throw the, there. Kind of doing this in real time. I want to test this out. It's just, it's on my mind. I can't stop wanting to try it. We'll do an 80, I think. And we will take... We don't... Well, we can use Spirit Gain. That's good. This is fine. And maybe imprint... Because I have another idea. I just need to get... I'm not going to use a two-hander. I'm going to use a one-hand. Axe and totem. Landslide, poison creeper. So just take this. Actually, I don't know. I think I can still use Subterranean. I mean, you can still use Subterranean. But I need the ranks out of lands. I probably don't need the ranks out of Landslide. I just need to, I need the ranks into Shred, too. Is there a way I could pull that many points out of this? You know, I could pull this if I wanted to. I want to keep the ranks in there to Shred, though. I definitely do. Pull that out. I don't think I need that. I don't think I need the overpower every 12 seconds. It would be nice, but I don't think I need it. 4, 5. We'll do that. And then we'll take this over the top of that. Then that should be good. And that goes here. And then we're going to... And then, so we can turn it into an Earth skill, we'll go ahead and use Earth Sign Horror. Or do we need to use that? No, we don't need to use that, actually. And this turns Werebear, your Werebear form, your Werebear skills. So then we'll have Earth skills into Werebear skills. Okay. And then take out Mending Stone for right now. Imprint that with the old Juggernaut. Just for the armor when we're not in Werebear form. We don't really need it right now, but I mean, well, we need it right now, but we won't need it later. I'll break that down. I'll put those gems. See you later, brother. I'll probably have this done by the time you see it next. I think it's gonna be really good. This thing's gonna be fast. I feel like it's gonna be pretty quick. Okay. Hey, perfect. Let's go do a Helltide. This is a perfect opportunity to try it out. See the speed. So we have 5, 8, 9. Once we Once we use a pair of gloves, we'll have 12 here. More overland slide. Will be, yeah, I think this will work out pretty well. What's my Paragon board? Still good. Everything else should still be good. Maybe not here. Well, I don't know. Is it nature magic now? No, it is not nature magic now. Maybe when I get Vasili's Prayer, it'll be nature magic. So then you do that, and then teleport. Dang, that was expensive.
I must wait a moment.
I think I'll have resource issues. I might when I get to the late game. Just needs to pop a little bit more, hit a little harder.
I need more time. I need time to do that.
We'll see. We'll see what I can do with it. I think it might work.
I need time to do that.
Maybe it just might. It might cost too much. Maybe it will. I don't know. So I don't want to need it uber unique. I want to have to use like a Starless Skies or something like that. Maybe an Umbral aspect? No, I don't want to take up any aspects. Probably an Umbral aspect would be really good.
I need more time. Time to do that.
Of course, I need not to be using Nature's Fury as well. Yeah, I would need to swap this out.
Time to do that.
And then I could put something on my boots.
I need time to do that. I'm not ready. I need more time.
Do I have that set up right over here? Yeah, I'm getting...
I need more time. I need more time.
Yeah, I think this will work out pretty well. Have to make sure I have the resource gen. But probably use an umbral aspect. Once I have everything set up right. T-bows. Maybe I should keep nature's. I don't know yet. I'll need a Zenith's ring. That's what I need. Yeah, definitely a Zenith ring, and just being able to constantly spam trample with it will keep up my mana when I get a pair of T-bows, so I constantly get that resource gen. That'll really keep up the resources. And then I could go with Energize, which is really bad anyway, unfortunately. And keep Masochistic just for a little bit of tankiness. I'm telling you, this is exactly why Druid needs some resource gen. You gotta have resource gen on every class.
I need more time.
But I'll probably pull out of the, I don't need to go into the Lust for Carnage board then. I'm stuck forever.
I need time to do that.
When I start getting all of my different glyph bonuses and stuff, I think it'll definitely feel even better.
I need more time. I need time. I must wait.
16k armor when you're a werebear. That's so crazy. That's so hilariously crazy how much armor you get. Yeah, Vasili's Prayer would be pretty good, I think. It won't really gimp me for the Gauntlet, I don't believe it will. Come here, you little bag of nothing. Give me all your stuff.
I need more time.
I just definitely need to have Shred. Shred, it would be really useful. More movement speed. Shred. And we're good.
I need time to do that.
Just get a different weapon. And I don't need to get Earth and Devastation either, so that'll be good. I'll be able to stay away from Earth and Devastation. Be able to stay away from
I must wait a moment.
a lot of the really heavy boards that you have to invest in. Yeah, I think Umbral would be really good, but I don't have the space for it, unfortunately. See if there's something else. That's without, yeah, that's with these gloves on.
I need time to do that. I need more time. I need more time.
And I like that extra, that little extra you get from having that trample, just that extra damage from trample slide, from your land slides. It'd be really useful for picking up more damage between stuff. You don't always have to just shred in, you can trample in.
I must wait a moment.
I don't know though. I might end up not using it and just using trample as a way to keep my unstoppable up. We'll see what happens. I could get rid of Aftershock. That's what I could get rid of. I think that might be worth getting rid of.
I'm not ready yet. Time to do that. Time to do that. Time to do that.
I should probably get rid of landslide and trample actually. Like any landslide, any trample, just take those points elsewhere. Take those aspect slots. I like it though. Kind of nice. Then I won't have to use the Zenith ring. Well, I'd like to use the Zenith ring just to reset trample. So I have constant unstoppable. Then I'll have 2 aspect slots. I'll have this. I'll have that. And then Zenith can go here. This can be... Yeah, I can change that up. I think I will.
I need time to do that. More time. I need more time. I need more time. I need time to do that.
We're almost there with our next
Time to do that.
amount of cinders. Yeah, I think I can just get rid of those 2. And then maybe slot in the Umbral as well as the thing that turns your Werebear skill into an Earth skill. I just need a better weapon before I go ahead and change some things on my Paragon board. Maybe not. I probably won't have to change anything on my Paragon board. It'll be so tanky. And Earthsign Strength's getting a buff. But honestly, I might go with Bestial Rampage. Bestial Rampage with that big 50x multiplier will probably do a lot better in terms of making where I don't have to use Overpower. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be a really good build. I feel like I shouldn't be giving this stuff away. I feel like I should be keeping this a secret. Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely gotta pop an enemy though with shred, so I can keep hitting trample. Gotta be very careful not to overuse my trample. I don't really need anything. Where's the other one? We'll go do this cellar. That'll give me another tree whispers I can turn in. Yeah, definitely need spirit though. Definitely, there's clearly a need for spirit, and I think we can fix that. Alrighty. We are at level 79.
It is done.
Let's do amulets. We can always use a good amulet. Not if they're not if they're all sacred though. I can pull that might aspect off though. It's like a 6-second might aspect. Oh, I'll take that off too. Although I don't have anything that's going to have a barrier, still might be useful. There we go. All right. So if we went ahead, this is probably a bad idea to do right now. I don't know, we'll see. Creeper.
Another happy customer.
I wish this worked while shapeshifting instead of while you're a werewolf. That'd be really cool. Werewolf companions. Just looking through stuff real quick to see if there's anything I can use. When struck, I don't think it's going to be as useful as having Umbral. But I need something to kind of pick up that, get that crowd control. Let me just get rid of some of these sigils. Put some of this in my chest. I'll wait till I get the next level and then I'll try to do Varshon. Just don't know if I have the damage. I could take the points out of landslide then. I could go ahead and go grab this overpower, then grab more overpower. I'll probably pick up this damage reduction there too. Take these out. Grab that. Maybe grab this and this. I don't know. Provocation would be pretty good. I wish there was a easier way to crowd control enemies with the werebear stuff, like shockwave, stuff like that. Too bad it doesn't automatically slow stuff. It'd be nice. Make sure there's nothing there. Let's go ahead and do this dungeon. Let's go ahead and reset everything. And I think I have 925 stabs in my chest, so I'll probably be able to use that. I'm already out of resources, just because this isn't built outright yet. I think I'll swap back the more useful skills for right now until I hit 80, and then I can swap it back over just because I'll have a better weapon and more stuff that I can use. Right now I just don't have the ability to get anything going yet. Try to get Pack Leader back on here. Try to get Nature's Fury back on here. I don't think I need Nature's Fury. Probably just Pack Leader. Or I'll just use a Claw. That would be fine. Just use Claw. Instead of Shred. Just go ahead and do it like that. It's slow. It's too slow right now. I need to have everything set up. It's really bad. It's way too slow. The old Danny DeVito bear. No neck Ed bear. Oh yeah, and I forgot to put the gloves on too. I forgot to put those gloves on. Give me more ranks towards Pulverize and Shred. That's okay. Should be fine. Just gonna take a second longer. We'll just save up our trample and everything for when we find a big pack of enemies. Not too bad for being kind of all over the place here with the skills and stuff. Really shouldn't do this in hardcore. This is probably a terrible idea. I should be focusing on doing like a consistent build so I don't die. I don't know. Just kind of want to try this out. We're moving along. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We're moving through stuff pretty easily. Get a little bit more damage. Oh, that's a big bunch of damage that just came in. Probably from all these stupid constructs, these Azir constructs from the Guardsmen. Guardsmen aren't so bad when you can actually get, if they're not shooting you from off screen. If they're shooting you from off screen, you're probably taking a lot of damage from that. This actually doesn't feel too bad, even though even as wonky as we have it set up. It's kind of funny. It's not too bad. Trying to get to that stupid shield enemy in the back there. Just keeps avoiding everything. There we go. Oh, I hit the wrong way. That's funny. Hey, what is that? Oh, they got me. They got me good. Still not bad though. Keep it. Just one more level. Just one more. Let's see, health would be good. Crit strike would be good. It's not a bad ring. I'm not going to use any chest piece. Although I should still probably save a chest piece just in case I swap out of this. Probably will end up swapping out of this. I'll look for a good 925 setup for both of these builds that I want to try. I don't really need, I mean, I'm right there. Do I really need to swap out to another weapon? Might as well, right? Might as well. Might as well. And it's an axe too, so it'd be nice to have. Oh, and I could use Ghostwalker too. I could use Ghostwalker on my boots. I think we got it figured out. I know I have a couple decent Ghostwalker aspects. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll swap that out. And then... Wait, since when could I use this at 74? Usually they don't let me use my Zenith rings until... Nice. I didn't even notice that. And a crone staff? I'm fairly certain I've never been able to do that. Just drop this. That. Socket it. And then upgrade it. All right. Now we just need gloves. The right gloves. I know I have a couple weapons in here. Vulnerable, damage to close, critical strike damage. Damage to close, damage to distant. Damage close, damage to distant. I don't want to go overpower damage. I don't think I'll need it. Maybe we can get shred on here. Okay. All right. All the bad luck finally paid off. I have 4 to shred and pulverize. Oh, all stat. 21 all stats. I think we'll do pulverize is now an earth skill. And we have remove aftershock. Probably slot in trample here. Let's do the companion there, and then here. No. Here we'll do trample. For right now. I think I'll end up changing it, but we'll probably do it just like that for right now. Just to give me a secondary source of damage. In case this doesn't work out too well. Codex. Where's that Cilia? There it is. Now it's an earth skill. So now does it benefit from... I've never made a pulverized build, guys, so you gotta give me a second. Okay, good, it is. A nature magic. So we're getting some use out of this. Let me go change the look of this ugly axe real quick to something a little bit more menacing. That's pretty cool looking. I always like the double blade. That doesn't even look like an axe. That probably looks better. Just a regular old lumber axe. That looks pretty dope. That looks kind of like the way that matches. That looks so cool. I wish you could change the color of your weapon. Okay, that's good. I think we'll go ahead for right now and keep our landslide ranks the way they are, and then we'll take them out afterward. But if I can get a kill, if I get a kill with Shred... Actually, I might end up pulling entirely out of this board here. Just not going for the nature magic. I might get in here just for the, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. No, we don't want to do that. Do that one. And then re-equip Shred. And then Ghost Walker on the boots. Let's see what happens. I just need more resource gen. Yeah, it's usually... Need to be able to spam both of these. Where's the resource gen for my Seneschal? Like, where's it? Why is it not attacking anything? I think I'd just be better off going with Cloth right now until I have everything set right with my resource gen. There we go. Just not gonna get any benefit out of I level up. Oh, I didn't even level up the axe too. Forgot to. I just need Shred to hit and kill an enemy. Just one enemy. So I can spam trample. But it's just not working yet. Kind of go out of nature magic, I think. And I'll probably take this, turning the werebear into an earth skill. Take that off. I don't think it's necessary. Use that slot for something different. Maybe, Stampede. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, it looks so funny looking. Alright, let me put the quick shift subterranean back on. That way we can speed this up. There we go.
I must wait a moment.
I think I'll get 80, and then I'm gonna take a break, and I might be back on later. But I'll probably I don't know. I might switch it back out. I kind of still want to test this out. I want to like see if I can take it to like the very end of the build and see where it ends up at. Thankfully, I haven't really invested in anything significant with it. Oh, I know what I could do too. Pick up the what is it? Not the legendary node that reduces resource cost when you shapeshift. That's gonna be useful. You just get like a spirit cost reduction on the amulet, spirit cost reduction on the boots. I think that would be pretty solid. I'm frozen in the thing. Gotta love the combos. Frozen on a drifting shade. Sounds like some kind of weird, like, emo song.
I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet.
There we go. Now you can equip the high tier weapon. I'll throw one. Some more damage onto that, and we'll be good to go. Oh, that was nice. No, no, get out of there, bro. Come on. My God. These flying harpies, bro. Those succubus demons. Okay. There we go. Our first level 15 glyph. Whew. Getting shapeshifter will be way better. Alrighty, I'm gonna get off here and take a break, get something to eat. Maybe I'll be back on later. But if I am not, I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night, wherever you're from. And peace out, guys. I'll definitely be back on tomorrow, and we'll do some more grinding. But I'll work some offline to try to get this thing situated. I would definitely want to see where this build takes me. But anyway, see you guys later.